Hell or heaven? The Sabbath Commandment will decide. Shocking end-time warning. Your eternal destiny, heaven or hell, could be determined by your obedience to the Sabbath. Millions of Christians ignore the fourth commandment, but will they be able to defend their actions before God? Are you willing to take that risk? The truth is in the Bible. Welcome to today's urgent biblical revelation. Hell or heaven? The Sabbath commandment will decide. Most Christians claim to follow God's commandments, yet they completely ignore the one commandment that starts with remember. In this video, we'll reveal what the Bible actually says about the Sabbath and Judgment Day. Why obedience to the Sabbath is critical for salvation. How the final test of worship will separate the saved from the lost skeptics and non-believers. I challenge you to disprove these biblical facts. The challenge begins. 1. God's law commands the Sabbath, not Sunday. Exodus 20, 8-11. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Genesis 2:2-3. At creation, God sanctified the seventh day, not the first. Malachi 3:6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Fact. The Sabbath was established before sin even entered the world. Challenge to skeptics. If the Sabbath was only for Jews, why was it given at creation, before there were any Jews? 2. Jesus and his disciples kept the Sabbath. Luke 4:16. Jesus kept the Sabbath as his custom was. Matthew 24:20. Jesus prophesied that his followers would still be keeping the Sabbath in the last days. Acts 17:2. Paul, even after Jesus' resurrection, continued worshipping on the Sabbath. Fact. If Sunday replaced the Sabbath, why didn't Jesus or his disciples say so? Challenge to skeptics. If Jesus is our example, shouldn't we follow his example on the Sabbath? 3. Breaking one commandment equals breaking them all. James 2:10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. Matthew 5:18. Till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law. Revelation 22:14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life. Fact. Ignoring the Sabbath commandment is the same as breaking any other commandment. Challenge to skeptics. If you believe the 10 Commandments still matter, why ignore the fourth one? 4. Judgment Day will test your obedience. Ecclesiastes 12:13-14. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Revelation 14:12. God's true followers are those who keep his commandments. Matthew 7:21-23. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Fact. Judgment Day is coming, and God will judge based on his law. Challenge to skeptics. If the Sabbath is irrelevant, why does God's law still include it? Call to action. Hell or heaven? The Sabbath commandment will decide. Will you obey God or follow man's tradition? The Bible is clear. God never changed the Sabbath. Millions are being deceived. Will you wake up before it's too late? Challenge. Can you find one verse proving Sunday worship? Comment below, like, share, and subscribe to spread the truth.